with this here. I mean, there's not a lot of quit in this team. That's got to be a good sign for you guys.
No, it's 7 of 8. I was a little bit nervous when we went down 3-2 because we'd played so well, and that's the first time I saw a flat line from us in the last 8 games, and then you're starting to think you've put in all this effort and there's no reward at the end. But we came back again. We stayed with it. We battled and clawed and scratched, and I think winning today can even take us to another level. I mean, I know we're playing really well. There's a lot of continuity in our game right now, but getting this win is going to be able to be a lot easier for us to sell it now, sell some of the stuff we're asking them to do, because when there's no reward, you're going to start looking for a different way. So that was really good for us and for the players and also for the coaches. Really good.
So when Connor misses one game, he just comes back and he sets up the first one and then scores the winner.
I
need much time off.
I thought as the game went on, he really got engaged. It took him probably half the first period to really get engaged again. But I thought after that, he's standing up on the bench. He wants to come out every second shift. And you look at, he was 13-34 after 2 periods, and he ended up playing 23 minutes. So that's a lot of minutes to be played in that third period and in the overtime. Did a good job for us.
McDavid's hit on Leddy. Do you feel like he maybe made contact with the head there, and do you expect him to possibly hear from the league on that hit?
I don't know how that stuff works. I leave it for people way above my head. So if we hear something, we'll deal with it. There was nothing intentional. I know that. Looked to me like Leddy kind of stopped up quicker than Connor thought he was, but that's for the league to decide.
Ken, what did you think of the way the game kind of progressed in the second period? It just seemed like the Islanders tried to suck the life out of it, and was that a little bit challenging for your group to kind of push forward and ultimately get that tying goal?
Well, that's why they got the record they do. They're a veteran team, a lot of experience, and they check. And so they grind you down, and I always use the term death by 1,000 cuts. They just they take the air out of your game, and they take the energy, and then you make a mistake. I think the thing I was happiest about through the second period, we still played pretty well, but we didn't make the big error. And that's what we did in other games when we were so energized, but we made a big error and paid for it. We didn't do that. We made 2 errors in the third period, but none in the second. So we were able to keep the game, even though we were playing well and still getting scoring chances. We weren't giving up odd man rushes or breakaways or taking penalties. And I felt like we deserved to win, and I felt like the hockey gods were going to take care of us in the third period because we'd played so well and we'd earned the right to win a game again.
Did you think you would beat Leonard, though? You mentioned this morning that he's huge in the net. He was making all the saves until Clefbaum's goal.
Well, I find as a coach, like when you're watching other goalies play, there's certain goalies for me that intimidate coaches. They intimidate the opposition. He, to me, intimidates people because he looks so calm. I mean, you go back and look at this thing, and there was 20 great scoring chances for us, and he doesn't get out of position. And the second and third saves he made, especially on those 2 flurries in the third period, he's always in the right position. He's very calm in the net, and I find that from a coaching standpoint, Jim, to be a little bit intimidating.